Again, today's theme of our webinar is 20 ideas for escape rooms. First of all, what's the program of today's webinars? I will tell you who are we. So for those of you who are the first time in our webinars, I will tell you a little bit info about our company, about me as who am I, why am I supposed to tell you anything about the escape rooms. And then will be the main part, the 20 ideas for escape rooms, scenario filling, I mean the filling of the game and all that, and the marketing. At the end, there will be the offer gift for all the participants of today's webinar, and of course the answers to your questions. Warning and rules. That's our traditional warning that today I'm not going to tell you some kind of a huge secret which will help you to raise your profit 1,000 times. No, it's a business anyway, and to make profit, to get a success, you need to do a lot of hard work every day. So I will just try to share my experience with you, give you some, not secrets, ideas, some that we tried, maybe some simple ideas that you already, I don't know, used in your business. And actually today's webinar, as also as our previous webinar, 30 ideas for a kids escape room, some kind of experimental one, because this one I just have the file on my laptop, which is called Ideas for Escape Rooms, and we are just making some kind of a brainstorms with my colleagues sometimes, and writing some ideas there. And some of them I've already told on the previous webinars. So we have, I don't know which one. This is the webinar number 9 or maybe 10 or maybe more of ours. So there are a lot of themes about the scenarios, about the electronics, about the marketing without budget, about the employees. A lot of webinars we've been done already. So some of the ideas were there. Some of the ideas will be very simple. This is just as a reminder for you, because sometimes simple ideas you might forget about that, and you know that, but oh, I might do that also as well. So yeah, you need just my webinar for you will be just as a reminder to put this idea on the list of what to do tomorrow. Some ideas will be just experimental that we even haven't tried yet, even in our escape rooms. So as I said, it will be experimental. This is just a new ideas for you, or not new ideas. I'm sharing. We could discuss maybe. So that's it. Yeah, 20 ideas, maybe in some not the right order. So just I compacted them from my brainstorming meetings before. So first part, who are we? Oh, I have more viewers from Ukraine, from Canada, through email. This is first webinar. Wow, we have in Ukraine who are guys who is going to open first escape rooms. Great. So back to our webinar. Who are we? We are the service company. So we're specialized in building escape rooms. We are already 4 years in the market. We have participated in more than 250 projects, more than 100 cities, 23 countries, maybe even more, because yeah, from last webinar I haven't checked this page, so maybe it's more. So by participating, I mean that we are writing scenarios, we're making props, puzzles, electronics, multimedia, videos, sounds, everything which is connected with the building of the escape room. So if you don't want to do anything, you can call us. We will help you, and we'll try to make your business work well. So, and the second part, why am I telling you all that? Because we have our own escape rooms. We started from that. We have our own event company, outdoor games, escape games. So we have a lot of experience in that for 4 years, and we have a lot of partners in different countries, so a lot of experience from them also. That's why I'm trying to share with you some info about that. So I think that's all from the beginning part, and we are going to. Oh no, yeah, one more slide. Sorry. Why I decided to do such webinar, because we've been to the conference 1 month ago in Netherlands, in Breda. So if you had been there, you can write me an email. We can contact, share some our emotions about that. Up the game, that was actually our first conference, and in July we're going to the next conference, our second conference, which is Transworld Room Escape Tour. So yeah, if you are from US or from Canada, hope to meet you there. We can share some ideas and find some partnership in there. So we really liked it, and I suggest you to visit such conferences. They're really important and useful, so you can find a lot of interesting there. And we are going with the booth to US this July, and it's a secret that what we are going to show there for now. We are making a new game for that. Okay, so our main part of our webinar, let's start our ideas. First idea, so first part will be about the scenario. First idea, try to link your escape rooms with one plot, one story, and all that. There is a different levels of doing that. First example, we wrote some scenarios for one of our partner, and her rooms was a little bit connected with each other. So for players, it was like no matter to start from the first one or maybe play the second one as first. So there were some stories, there were some info, some Easter eggs about previous games or the future games. A little bit some kind of a common story for all them. But it's interesting anyway. Even it's a small little connection between them. It's interesting for the players because they are coming second time, third time, and they are remembering their previous games, and this is exciting. But you might do that even more, like the next level. For example, I don't know. Yeah, why I put the Avengers here? Because the Marvel made some kind of a universe, and there are some how many, like 20 movies already, and for the fans, or for, I don't know, I might be a big fan of them, but for maybe other people who are not fans, but still they're watching each movie, maybe not each, but they made such a universe. And for most of the people, they will watch like most of these movies. So because they're all connected with one story and all that. So the next level for you might be to make your whole location. Yeah, at one facility you can make a few escape rooms which are connected with one exact story, one exact theme. For example, I've met such an escape room, which was not escape room, the escape location with 5 or 6 escape rooms, casino themed, and there were different like escape poker room, escape I don't know, roulette room, but the main idea there. Blackjack, yeah, blackjack room, or some, not maybe the security guards room, something like that. But the main idea there was that 5 rooms are you can play them like anytime, but the last room, number 6, was the VIP room. It was the if I'm not mistaken, it's a room which is like the main vault or safe, yeah, with a lot of money of this casino, and you get an access to this final VIP room only after if you've done all these 5 rooms and if you had success in them. So if you not passed any of them, if you not finished any of them, you're not able to play the last one. So that's a really good goal for players, because if you want to play this VIP room, you will need to pass previous 5. So and the whole game was decorated as a casino. So you were just entering the building and you just realized that you are in casino. All the game masters there were as a dealers, the reception area, everything in one style. The casino just is an example. Other escape room company we've met, they are specializing on the horror themes. The escape rooms, their escape rooms were not connected with the one story, but their location was all like very scary. Were like everything. The reception area, the voice of the game master even was, oh wow, yeah. So the restrooms, toilets was decorated in such horror themes and all that. So and after you were entering this location, you just realized that, yeah, I got into some kind of a horror movie. It will be really scary right now. So that's the first idea. That's a good one if you want to get one target audience and work with that with them really deeply. But that might be not so good if you want to get like very wide target audience, to get some kids, to get adults, to get the guys who love comedies and who get the guys who love horrors. So for that reason, you will need like 5 different escape rooms. In that case, it doesn't work this way. Or maybe you can do it somehow. But that's an interesting thing to do for the scenario writers. Okay, next idea. Spend a lot of time on that. Sorry, will be quicker later. Our idea, which is very, I don't know, I'm telling about that every webinar we have, for such small cities, for the cities where the escape rooms are, a lot of the escape rooms and the like big competence between them. You have the facility, for example, you have a space and you don't have any like facility to build escape room. You can add one more escape room in the existed one. So you have one space and you will get 2 games there. For example, so we call it escape room transformer. Yeah, the picture from the Shrek, actually. So, for example, we have the escape room which is called Stack Party. So, some kind of a hangover game. This is a comedy one for adults, only for adults. But after a time, we realized that we might do something for kids there, and we wrote a scenario. We add a lot of electronic and puzzle and props there, the new ones. So there are 2 lines in this escape room. And this first idea was to make it like Home Alone, but the next idea we just wrote a scenario about like kids superheroes, and we changed decoration a little bit. And right now the decoration, like one picture on the wall, is used differently in 2 scenarios. So for this Tech Party game, it's like one information on it. For the kids themed, it's another one. So you have 1 room, 1 space, 2 games, twice more possibility for getting the booking on that exact room. So that's a good option if you don't have any space at your facility more, or for I don't know, if you wanna spend less money or something like that. So. And the next idea actually is really close to that, Transformer, but that's mostly for the kids escape rooms. So I just remind you that we have the webinar about a lot of ideas for the kids escape rooms, and this one I just that's a short short part from the previous webinar, that kids of different ages, they're like kids from 10 ages old or 7 years old, they're like different humans from different planets, or 12 and 7, 12 and 12 and 6, I don't know. So in that case, you could do a different one game, but different levels, different modes of these games, different amount of puzzles. For example, I don't know, for the older kids, it could be 20 puzzles, for example, I don't know. For the 10 years old, it will be 15. For 7 years old, it will be 10 puzzles. And one more option here, to add the animator, so the game master who will help kids to solve the puzzles, to play the game, because mostly for smaller kids, they need to rush more, they need to run, they need some activities, they're not so concentrated and they don't want to solve a lot of puzzles. So your game should be constructed that there are half puzzles are for thinking, half puzzles on activities, and then it is playing by the older kids. It is the full scenario. If it is smaller kids, you're adding the animator to that room, to that game, and they're playing just the activity puzzles, activity games. So yeah, divide that, like make your target audience wider. But to be sure about that theme, watch our previous webinar about the kids escape rooms, because it's completely new business model and the idea. Also, one more idea, I used it from the kids escape room because there it's really works well, but actually for adults I've met such an escape rooms and it is also works great. So give roles to the players. There will be one goal at the end for everybody, but each of the player will have some kind of abilities, some kind of so I will be sure that I'm needed for this team. So I have my goal, my own goal, that I don't know, the escape room spaceship. I'm an engineer, somebody is a alien, somebody is a captain, something like that. And I'm as an engineer, I'm just only one who can solve such some device. So give them some cards with access to some locations in the escape room. Give them some instruments. So I don't know, it can be fantasy escape room with magician, troll, and hobbit. I don't know. So anything, but it might be really interesting to be in to be a part of something of some team. So that's the idea number 4. Idea number 5, that's the experimental one. I just came up with such an idea. I haven't met such a realization before, or maybe some kind of, but not so good as I imagine in my head. First of all, you can kidnap one of the players. Actually, I don't know, these are 2 different ideas written here. I don't know why I put them in the one slide, but anyway, you can kidnap one of the players. This is like really simple, and some of the escape rooms using that, so especially horror ones. The player is coming to some kind of the door or maybe cabinet, and it is closed, and the game master takes this guy, and he appears at other room. I don't know, in my imagination it could be like other game even. The first thing then I was thinking about that was yeah, that's the first part. The second part, I was thinking about new escape rooms, what we could do, and I got an idea that okay, first I will tell you what we already realized. We have the escape room written for our partners, and actually we did a lot of props and oh no, this we did turnkey solution for them. In that case, it is really close to the idea of the movie. What's with Leonardo DiCaprio? Yeah, about the sleeping. What's the name? About the ideas. Inception. Yeah, Inception. So there will be a little spoiler right now. So if you don't want, just mute for I don't know 30 seconds for 1 minute. At the end of this escape room, players meeting the game master, and he's telling them that they just solved this game. Everything is great. Let me take a photo camera, and I will make a picture of you. So he's coming out. Door is closed again, and for after a few seconds, players realize that they are still in the game. Something happened, but they need to do something. Another door opens, and actually the escape room continues. So, and I realized that it might be something even more. In my pictures, it was like players are solving something. They're opening the door to the next room, and they appears outside. I don't know. And one of the players kidnapped, pushed to the car, and just gone away, or something like that. That's a crazy idea. That's experimental. I got yesterday, and I was just thinking to put it here for you because it might be really. Imagine you just started the game 10 minutes before you're opening the door and you're outside. Like, what is going on? Yeah, and the game, escape game, actually transforms something into outside, and they are solving the mystery on a street. In my opinion, it should be really cool. I really want to realize some kind of this project. So, next idea. That's actually the examples of the escape rooms that we had before. We haven't realized them yet, so maybe in the future. But for you, what it might be, like any ideas? Because bank robberies, I don't know, like time machines, asylums. For those of you who are bored of that themes, these ideas might work. For those which are not, even for simple asylum, we are doing like we have a tons of versions of this kind of scenario. So we made a lot of asylums actually. So they might be interesting and really cool. But still, new ideas. We wrote one time. We wrote a small sketch. What was? Hmm? We have already Inception rooms. People love it. We made the Inception room. It's really cool. It's really big with a lot of rooms, a lot of devices. If you want, I will tell you more about that project. Yeah, back to our slide. Escape room parody. We wrote a small sketch, comedy sketch about all the common things that you got in the escape rooms, like code locks. Nobody loves code locks. Put 100 code locks in one puzzle. Keys, the same idea. And some of the stuff, I don't know, we wrote around like 10 or 20 ideas which are really, really common and hated by the players. We wrote them in a list and made such a parody. It is some kind of a parody to Horror Quest, so there are a lot of. Actually, we had such a escape room in our own. We changed it to another one after, but it worked. It worked really well, and there were a bad guy with this demon voice, and we used a lot of parodies. It's like also the movie, which is the parody to other horror movies, the scary movie. How it's in English?
Very scary.
Very, very scary movie. No, what's the? I don't remember the exact name in English of that. So we made such a parody for the escape room, and it works. So it's a
Scary.
scary movie, just a scary movie. So it works. People love it. That's a comedy one. It's not. It's not actually scary. It's parody one. So other idea: control center of all escape rooms. Also the mystic one. So we imagined that scream. We imagined that. There is some kind of a mystic escape room. We wrote a scenario that we have a reception area, and the other room is exactly the same shape of this reception area. And we wrote the scenario so that uh, people are coming to this to some room, some scary room might be, or mystic ones, and they are coming out of this room, and they appears on the room which looks exactly like the reception area, but like I don't know, full in blood or something like that. They understood that something happened like in real life, maybe or maybe not. So something wrong with the game masters. So they are starting to be really in panic. They are opening next door, and they are got into the control center of all the escape rooms in the world. There are a lot of monitors. They are looking, and they see that players are in different countries solving the puzzles, and the full escape room filled business and all that is some kind of mystic stuff which is connected in one. So I hope that you got the idea. So yeah, we have this scenario. Um, so maybe you will like that. And we got one more idea. We are now right now in the process of realizing that. We came up with this idea not a long time ago because we are now working a lot with the US market. And in the US, there are a lot of fans of escape rooms, fans of, I should say, solving the puzzles. Like, for some of them, maybe even not the atmosphere of the escape room is really important, but to solve as many puzzles as you can. So we realized that maybe it will work to make like I don't know, room for walls and 100 puzzles on each walls, something like that. So it might be not the exact escape room. It might be some kind of a different format. You couldn't call it not the escape room. It could be something in the middle with the escape room and Fort Boyard, these action games, something between. So, but also as an idea, it might work. Yeah, this is the crazy ideas that we've got. One of them we realized, two of them we have scenarios and a lot of ideas. I'm just sharing with you. This is how you might think about then you're writing the scenario. Like first advice about writing scenario or anything, write every idea that you have. In the brainstorm, no critics at all. So you and your partners are just writing all your ideas in the list, then sharing, then trying to make every idea wider, make every idea work, writing them into laptop or somewhere else. And after some time, reviewing them, and the second step is critics for that idea, but not on the first step when you are brainstorming them. So that's why I'm telling you about these crazy ideas about the escape room. So they might also exist because some of them might be at the end really, really, really cool. Okay, so we end up with the scenario ideas. We are starting with the feeling ideas. First, really simple but very, very common also. add competition in your game. For example, right now we just finished the project, the bank robbery game, and at the end, the players are, first of all, they are deactivating the security system, they are getting through the laser labyrinth to the main vault, and there they have, I don't know, like a lot of safes, and they are all locked. And for the game flow, I don't remember, like, but free saves are important. So after this one, you can open the second one. After the second one, the third. After opening the third, time crashes. You have just 3 minutes to get out, and like the alarm works and all that. But other 10, 20, as many as you have saves are locked, and the jewelry also in there. And you can make such a competition between players. So as what we did, that they have these 3 minutes at the end, or maybe before they have a time, and they are these are not necessary puzzles to open these locks. But if they will open them, they will get more treasures, and they will be in a top list of the players of this game. So this is the simple one example about the bank robbery, but it could be in some other games, and competition is really cool because it is free marketing actually for you, because people will compete to each other. They will share it in social medias. You can share it. You can make some competitions between different companies, different bars, and bars will tell every their client about this promo action and all that. So yeah, check that on our webinar about the marketing without budget. So I think that's the simple thing that you could add there in your escape room. Use it. Idea number 8. What is it about? Make photos of players inside the room. Example. We have 2 escape rooms where we are taking photos or videos of players inside the room. This is the Stack Party game and the Alice's Dream. In the Stack Party, there is a moment that's actually the main, like, key point of the game. It's like the most funniest one. This is why the players love our game. At one moment, a player just closing the door into the shower, and the disco ball starts turning. The music starts, and the main idea of this puzzle is to sing in the shower, and other actually players are in the other room, and they are watching all that on the TV. They're actually getting the clue there, but they're first few times they're just watching the TV and laughing at their friend who is singing in the shower. So it's really fun, and we are making video of that moment, and just sharing it with people. They are posting it also in the social media. That's a free marketing. They love it. At the Stack Party game, they are there is one puzzle step in the game. There is a big picture of the Cheshire's cat, and they should smile to him, like really wide, and only after that something will be opened. So add such an actions, then players need to dance, need to sing, need to do something together, because it's really fun. And during these actions, not just as players are in the game and you're just making photos from the simple camera. That's not interesting, because they're just saying and solving the puzzle, they're thinking. That's not interesting. But if you will add some kind of an action or dancing, singing, making something fun, and during that moment you will take a picture and give it to them at the end of the escape room, that will be like really cool. They will enjoy it. Idea number 9. Really simple. If you already have the escape room and you just want to refresh it, update it a little bit, you can add there an AR or a VR puzzles. So that's also what we did with our escape rooms. What's the point here? After adding a few puzzles, it's not a good idea to add one puzzle because for the AR, for example, you need to buy an iPod or any other tablets. So it's better to add, yeah, like an iPod. How many? $400? Yeah, it will cost. So it's better to add two to five AR puzzles, interesting, on one tablet, and that's what we did. And after that, you're writing on your website that this exact escape room is an AR with an AR in it. Like it will be really big letters on your website, and now people are really interested in such new technologies. Not everybody is connected with an AR and VR, but it's really simple to do right now and to add it, and it's not so expensive. So if you want, you can write me an email. I will tell you how to do that. We have a lot of these puzzles, and we could do custom puzzles for you. So, but also as a marketing, writing on the website that you have AR puzzles in your escape room works really cool, really well. Okay, one more filling idea: additional products. Also, we are talking about that every webinar. Then we are talking how to raise your profit, how to raise your revenue. Additional products might be souvenirs from the games. If it is some kind of a fairy tale game, it might be something for kids connected to that theme. Some toys maybe. It could be just drinks, Coca-Cola, Sprite, or any others. It could be games like the riddles or maybe board games for the companies. But the most important point here I wanted to tell you is about the party room. Don't forget about the party room. That was our huge mistake where we realized it, I don't know, after 2 years of working, that opening the party room could make you, it will be much cheaper to do than to build the escape room, but it will earn you money like the same amount. Because people at the birthday parties, kids, I don't know, some others who want to play an escape room game. After that, they want to play board games. They want to spend some time somewhere. So we have a lot of partners who opened the party room in their location, and it works really cool, really well. It's really enjoyable by the players. Just don't forget to add some cool stuff there. So some options. For that party room, the board games, the I don't know, the photographer might be. If you even if you're working in the kids escape room business, you might add some options that the animator could be ordered to the party room, the photographer, cake, I don't know. So something else more. There is a wide list of what to add there. So, but anyway, party room works really well and cool in any escape rooms. That's just additional room, which is a small room with no decorations as an escape room, so it's not so expensive to build, but it will earn you a lot of money because people will rent it for their parties after escape rooms or before. Idea number 11 for the horror games. Yeah, I put some kind of picture here. That is connected from few ideas before. Maybe last moment of the game should be the most scariest. That's the simple thing. So that's the culmination of all your scenario, all your game. That is easy. But also you could make some kind of a video from that. and maybe not to share it with people because people might not like that. But I don't know that with their permission, you could post it in your social medias just to show how the people are running out of the escape room at the last moment and the last few seconds, because the emotions that then people are leaving the escape room, especially the horror ones, might be really they're really excited. And if you are picturing that and posting this video, this will take the interest from other guys who are watching this. So yeah, one more idea I had here about that. Oh, I would just go into. Yeah, I've been to one of the escape rooms where the final was really, really, really scary. There were two animators. I was the main idea of that room was that I was holding something. I need to hold it, and all of the players had to hold something really tight because of I don't remember what. But there were two animators. There were a lot of wow effects, lights, sounds, smoke machines. Two animators which were really scary, and they were pushing me and holding me like that, and that was really rough, tough, and everything. And finally, like a few seconds later, door was opened, and we just run out of this game. I don't know, in 1 second. And if someone will take a picture of me at that moment, it will be the best commercial of that escape room as a horror escape room ever. So that's the idea you might use if you have an escape room in the horror themes. So and also here, one more point, one more idea actually. If you have horror escape rooms, remember about kids escape rooms. Make two levels, two modes of this game, like the very scary one and the light one, because some of the players just don't like the hard mode. Some of the players like that something really really like that. So you will just make your target audience bigger out of that. Okay, next idea. Oh, that's a good one. That's actually the new one, and you could use that, and I could swear that you never thought about that. Or you might write me in the chat that I'm wrong. Um, Change the music in the game. What is that about? You have a game masters which are. This is the story if you're already, I don't know, 1 year, at least 1 year on the market, and you have one escape room, and you have the game master who is working for your company from the beginning, and every day, every hour, they hear the exact same music. They are really bored, and they even if they're very enthusiastic, after a few months, they will be really bored and they will hate this music, this exact escape room, and from that they will work worse. I mean, there will be like no more enthusiasm from that. Yeah, if they are bored. So you can easily get rid of that by just changing the music in the game, because after you do that, your game master will just, it will be like the new, exactly new, completely new, sorry, escape room for them, because of just changing the music, and they will be happy again and they will work as before. So that's a trick. We really did that, and it works. Believe me, it works even for you. So because we have these associations in our mind with smells, with music. So in that case, you can control your workers with that. So that's some kind of a life hack. Oh, that's a big slide. I will not stop here a lot. That's the idea also. Really, really important. You should just remember about that, especially for those who are just going to start their escape rooms. Collect your client base. Even before you started the escape room, you could do on the website some kind of a form, which is we are opening this escape room. I don't know, steampunk train escape room we are doing right now, for example. Do you want to play that? If yes, fill the form. Put your email in there, and we will provide you some news in the future about this room or our other rooms. So collect the client base from other escape rooms. No, you cannot do that. Yeah, just even if you don't have the escape rooms, you might have the client base. So don't forget to. Then you are doing free games. When you are doing test groups, different promo actions, discounts. Don't forget about that option because after opening a new escape room, you had like 2 escape rooms. After opening the third one, you need to tell everybody, every your like previous client which just played and forgot about your company, that you just opened the third room and it is exactly as cool as the previous one or maybe even better. So you're just collecting all your base, put it into the one mail, and they are getting the info that you get the third room. That's the also one more life hack from my previous webinars about the marketing. The best commercial, the best free marketing that you might have is just to send the free email to the customer that you already had. And from that, the best free marketing that you might do is to open the new escape room. So opening the escape room is the best commercial you might do. Yeah, so it works in the circle. Yeah, and one more life hack here, mailing from the base 2.0 is to find everybody in your group whose birthday like next week, not today, not yesterday. Well, also it might be, but next week because or maybe next month because they are planning how to do what kind of a party to have, where to go with friends and all that. Because right now, I don't know. I have a birthday after a month, and right now I need to think about how I will do the party. So if someone will send me some kind of an offer what to do, for sure I will pay attention to that. So it really works. You can do that. So idea number 14. That's a photo actually not from this kind of the outdoor game, but this is from one of our events, which is outdoor events. So on the left is our game master, who is an actor here. Yeah, just have sorry, have some. Oh yeah, we have. Sorry for stopping. We have some delay, I think, for a few seconds. That's why, yeah, we thought that we had bad connection. No, we have a delay, so maybe later then you will ask some questions. Don't forget about that. So, yeah, this is our event. This is the Night of the Living, not Night of the Living Dead. That's the second version. That's the Night of the Psychos, something like that. And yeah, that's it. Really interesting. But we are talking about the outdoor game. What do I mean here? You can do the game on the street, which is not allowed your you should not be there. So you might write some game scenario, which is players should go somewhere count, I don't know, the number of mm, trying to remember the exact the example. Okay, doesn't matter. There's a game on a street you could do, but the one thing you will need, you will need some kind of an app on the phone, or maybe bot in the messenger, Facebook Messenger or others, or it might be a list of puzzles which are players are getting during the game. So they are getting the puzzle, they are solving it, and they are getting the location around the street where to go. They're coming there, they're counting something or searching for something, searching for QR code, for example. There are a lot of puzzles, so I will not tell you a scenario right now, but there are a lot of ideas how to do that. So after they're doing some action there, they are getting the next puzzle and so on. So you could do that the final point will be, for example, your exact location with your escape rooms. So at the end, they will get to your escape room, there will be a final puzzle, there will be a prize for them or something else. So you could do it as an event, like next Friday there will be a big outside escape game, and blah 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 and all that. Or you could do it like constantly, so you could just put the QR codes on the street, write the scenario, make the some puzzles, riddles in there. So just once in a week or maybe once in a month, you just need to go through the street and check the QR codes if they are okay in there, if everything works and all that. And you need to provide some kind of a support. But actually, your game masters could do that during their work on your location. So, and this will be a free game, and it will bring you more customers. And we made that also, and that is a really good idea. It works. You could do that. This is just free game, free customers which are coming to your exact location. At the end, I don't know, the price might be a discount for your escape rooms, for example. So your client will come to your place, will get the discount, and will play at this time or maybe later. So that's the way how to get the new clients to your base. Idea number 15: be a good neighbor. What do I mean here? That's actually idea which I saw, not stole. I saw just as an example. We have the bar in our small town, and on a street we have a main street, and there are not so many trash cans around. And what they did, they are a bar, so they are really loud at Friday and Saturday nights. So some of the neighbors around, some of the living houses are not so happy about that, and they are actually getting their love. And one of the example is that they put, I don't know, every, not step, but every 10 or 20 meters, they made trash cans with their logo on it, and they wrote that they are for the clean environment and all that. That's just a really good way of communicating with neighbors, with the environment around you. And every time every time I see this trash can, I'm really happy about that. These guys just did it, and my loyalty to this company goes really high. So I love them. I love this bar, and I will go there. So instead of others, for example, so be a good neighbor. Such an ideas are really appreciated by the people around. So I think that's also might work for you. Idea number 16. We're going to the last part actually. Yes. Oh, we are already on the marketing ideas. We talked about also on the kids themed escape room webinar. So, but still, it works here. Here are two ideas. You could make partnership with different children's sections, courses, tutors. Even I told on previous webinar, I told a story about that. One time we just came to like schools around. We told the teachers what the escape rooms are, how they work, why are they might be mm, interesting for them and for children's. Uh, and for from one meeting, for just me coming to the school and telling to the teachers what the escape rooms are, we got how many like 4 games from one meeting, 4 games. After that, I sent their my employees, my game masters or my manager. We made an offer with a banner, with the commercial. We get the permission from the school, of course. So we made such an permission. Sorry, commercial in the school. And about the escape rooms, actually, this commercial not for kids. This commercial for teachers, for parents. So you need to tell them about that. And just imagine the teachers having such a problem that they need to entertain kids somehow. One classroom, it's like 5 escape room games. How many classrooms there are? I don't know. Starting from that, we got a lot of games from schools around, and we have a lot of schools around. So that's cheap games for you to do. That's just work with target audience, and that's in the terms of kids. But actually, we found that gyms and some sections, some sports sections, have such a similar target audience with the escape rooms because they're young, active people which are doing sports and really interested in some games. So we got the same. We got a partnership with gym, and uh, we what we've got there. We made some kind of a promo action that after buying the um, like what do you call it, month ticket, or maybe it was more than month ticket. It was like after buying half of a year ticket to this gym, you're getting some kind of discount or something like that in our escape room. We've got a lot of leads from there. We've got a lot of customers which just came with that. So we have that. And also, don't forget to point what marketing idea worked for you better. So to count the count the effect of each idea you have. So you need to, if you're making a partnership with schools, you need to give them some kind of a promo code or something like that to make the to write down how what's the effect from this promo action. If you're giving if you're having partnership with gym, also give them a promo code, because I don't know, this gym will give you 10 leads, this gym will give you 100 leads. This one is better, and you will need to know which one works well. For each action, count the effect of the marketing, because after some time you will have to spend money on these kind of partnerships and commercials. And for example, for these there are 2 gyms, and both of them brings you like 100 leads, but for this one you spend $100, and for this one 50. So this one is so maybe you should spend all your $150 here. So yeah, also we talked about that on our marketing webinars. Just I came up with this an idea again. Don't forget about that. One more idea: promo action for the players in the costumes. I just took this because it's easier to find the kids in the costumes, but that's why I took this picture. But actually, we did this promo action for all the players. Yeah, we had a day. It was connected to Halloween or something like that, actually. And we had a promo action for weekends, for a few days. That you will, if you will come to the escape room with any of the costumes, you will get a discount or something like that. And also, there was a rule that you will have to post it in the social medias. Again, we got a lot of fun pictures in the costumes, a lot of fun for our game masters, a lot of pictures in the social media, free marketing. We got some free commercial as an effect. So just remember that it might be a really simple idea. It might be really sounds stupid, but it works. And from these such small prom actions, from these small ideas, if you will do them like every day or constantly, or came up with new like really crazy ideas, your business will work better and give you more profit. And don't like also don't be sad if some of the ideas will not work, because it's okay. Maybe half or maybe even more of the ideas might be just ruined. Okay, also one of the ideas we talked before, photos for the players to their Instagram. How to do that? In every escape room you have a photo zone to do photos, to put it in social medias, but it's better to do on the player's phone. So just ask the players who just came out from the game for their phone, take the picture on their phone, so they will get it immediately. And that's a better possibility, because nobody loves these photos in your Facebook group. So because then I'm coming to the Facebook of some kind of the escape room, I'm just watching for my picture. I'm taking it from there. That's all. I forgot about that. But if the players will get this photo on their phone, there is a much more possibility that they will post it on their Facebook page or on their Instagram. So at the end, again, you will get the free commercial, free advertising. Or if you had no possibility to take their phones, to take a picture, ask for their number or for their Facebook page to send them link on that photo immediately, because then they are on the car riding home. They will discuss the escape room, their own emotions. They will post this photo. If you will send it tomorrow or at the end of the week, it will not work. They will forget about that. And actually, you don't want to post something which happened a week ago with you. You want to post and to be cool in the Instagram for your friends. Like right now, I'm finished this escape room for 20 minutes. I'm top number one. Yeah. So, that's also some kind of not for all of you maybe, but I would never tell you about this idea before. But after we conference we've been in May, we realized that most of the European and US escape rooms works for the TripAdvisor reviews, and it's really important. In some other countries, there appears the aggregators or some kind of reviewers of escape rooms. And actually, we thought that every city, every country has these reviewers, but it appears that it is not. And if you are doing escape room business, I think you're really interested in games. You're really interested in this field, and you really love games and escape rooms. So if you're in such a situation that you don't have the reviewers or big aggregators in your area, in your city, so just do it. Do it by yourself. Make a new Facebook group, make a new, I don't know, website or something like that, and start to make a reviews on the escape rooms. But don't be rude to others and just put your escape rooms to top. No, at first that might be a new way of your business actually, but at first you should be really, really honest with all your escape rooms, with all others. The idea is that you can aggregate all the escape rooms of your city at one website, at one place, and at the end the reviews will be from the players, so you don't need to think about that. But at the end you might put one of your escape rooms at the top once in a week or something like that. So yeah, we thought that this area is already closed in the whole world, but actually it appeared that not, that there are not so many reviewers. There are really big problems reviewers and the aggregators have in different countries. So in some countries, in some cities, you can start that, and it will be a success for you, for your escape rooms, and for the whole market. And one more thing. Today we're talking a lot about free marketing, free ideas. So that's like be a good neighbor thing. So that's the final idea about that you might do some free games for children, for adults, as we talked, that it might be something that which is leading players to your location. It might be something that is not. But here, don't forget about two things: that on your T-shirt there might be a logo of your company and the phone on the back. So it will be a free game. Everybody will love that, and they will remember your company and they will come to your escape rooms. And the second thing, starting from that, you can start the event company, which we actually did this way. Some kind of this way. We just got the big company. They came to our escape rooms, and after they came out, they asked us, "Do you have some games for 100 people?" We said, "Yes." But we hadn't, and we just did it for them. So we wrote a scenario on their location. It was not a classical escape room, so that's how we started our event company. So this is one more also way how you can make your business of escape rooms, escape games, or even maybe others wider and bigger. And actually, this is the last idea. So, and why am I? This was the last point, because the second point here. I think some of you saw the commercial. Yeah. I don't know, our offer for the participants of this webinar. I could give you a small scenario for the outdoor games for you to start this new way, or maybe to give some free commercials for that we talked about in the previous slide. So this is the second one. To get the scenario for the outdoor escape game, write me an email, which is written here right now. You could write it on our YouTube channel actually. So, or any others contacts you could see here. This is my phone actually. You could use WhatsApp. So if we want to talk about that, we can find some communication here. I could help you we've started that new business of event company. And I just decided just a few minutes before I started the webinar. Also, I don't know, I will look at the questions right now, but we have some projects. As I told you, we are the service company. We are doing the props, puzzles, and all that. So, and we have like we are very flexible in prices, but because we are doing every project actually is the custom project. So for small cities or for cities which are not so with not so big amount of escape rooms, we made special scenarios which are a little bit shorter, which are we used some tricks there, and their price much lower than the classical ones, and we call them low cost projects. So we have them, and the initial price is around $8,000, which includes the scenario multimedia, visualizations, a lot of the legend, the sounds, as I told you, voices, music, legend, all the puzzles, descriptions of the rooms, and all that. That's a scenario, and set of electronics and props. So they're all connected in the one system. They're controlling the light, the music in the room. So fully automated system, and some electronics and some props actually for you. And for the participants of this webinar, I'm giving you a promo code for to get the discount for that. Just because, yeah, I'm leaving on the vacation this night, actually, in a few hours. That's why I'm so happy right now. And you will have 1 week until I'm gone to write an email with this promo code, and if you will, you can get this discount and have a low-cost project, the scenario and set of electronics and props for the price 6,900. So that's actually all my gifts, my offers for you. Sorry for that little commercial at the end, but maybe some of you will choose that. Okay, so our last part of the webinar, our each webinar questions. So let me first read the chat to find were there any questions. Hello guys, yeah, sorry, second development. No. No questions. Maybe just we'll read what do we have. Talked about AR puzzles. Yeah, if you're interested in AR puzzles, just write in a mail for us. We will tell you more. So they are all custom puzzles, but we have some of them already made. So the price is different for the custom ones and for the already existed. But as I told you, that's the simplest way of adding something new, something really interesting in your existing escape room, because there are no connection to the electronics. For the escape room, which we are doing from the beginning, we could do even the connection between AR puzzle and the electronics of the room. For example, you're doing something on the iPad, and after solving the puzzle there, light turns off, music changes, like everything which is going in the room. So it might be connected. But if you already have an escape room and want to add something there, it could be the simple ones. Is Scream Story still popular? What is it about? No, that was about the parody. I remember that we talked about that. Playing told me that first we look forward to working with it. Kyle. Oh, Kyle. Hello. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you make Romain? Sorry, I didn't get the idea. It's complicated. A room for child adult. What do you mean here? Do you make scenarios for outside? Yes, we are doing them. As I told you, we had a lot of events. We had games for 10, 20 people. We have a role games. We had the experience in games for 100 people. We made a game for some kind of a free game for the festival in a city day. So like 1,000, around 1,000 people participated in it. So yeah, we had a lot of experience in that. We are writing them custom already. So our scenario writers, they wrote so many projects that they could write anything. And the good idea, if we are talking about the classical escape rooms, they're sitting next to engineers, and during the process, they could discuss each puzzle. They could discuss how they will, how the engineers in the future will create that. Because, yeah, one more not idea, but one more suggestion: don't buy the scenarios from the guys who are freelancers and just writing the scenarios, because they might give you some cool ideas. My common example is they might add you an UFO flying in the middle of the room and will be cool and great, but at the end, then you will start creating and realizing this. Who will do that UFO flying in the middle of a room? It might work, but it will be really expensive, or maybe not even possible. So yeah, buy the scenarios from the commercial again, but maybe not us, but from the companies such as ours, which will realize it in the future, because they are thinking about that. Because if you will order this set of puzzle and props from them, after they will have this problem to create all that they wrote in the scenario. Okay, we've got some questions here. Is the scenario, the investigation, the one mentioned in your email? The investigation, the one mentioned in your email. What? I just didn't, Mary, I just didn't get the question. Sorry. Mentioned in your email. What's the investigation? Yeah. If you're talking about the outside game, actually, I don't remember what. I was not the one who made this offer. No, no, no. I mean, made this offer here. Yeah, just my guys. They just wanted to share this small scenario, but we actually haven't decided which one it will be yet. So I'm not sure. And maybe if you'll write me an email, we could discuss and pick the best scenario for you. Yeah, so write me an email and maybe we could pick some scenario for you personally. We already had several events for companies. How to find more companies willing to such events? They recommend us, but it's not enough. Whisper marketing is too slow. Yeah, actually, whisper marketing is too slow, but in this case, then you're working personally with the companies. That's the best way of, and not the only one, but that's the best way because you need to get reviews on them. As I said, the best commercial that we had, we put the phone number on the back of the t-shirts for for all the animators or administrators, managers of this event. That's the first idea. Second idea, try to add like some kind of these free games. I realize that it might cost you something. It's not so happy, yeah, to do something for free. But what we did some kind of these games. Our visit card was that we did the escape game for the opera theater in our city, and it was our opera theater is like the biggest in our city, maybe even in Russia, and so everything which is connected with this opera theater is coming to the is getting into the news TV and everything. So after we've done a few escape games there, it was really popular, and still some of our clients, which are we did that 1.5 or maybe even more years ago, and even now, some of the players coming to our escape rooms, they are telling that we remember that you provided this escape game in Opera Theater. So try to find some big locations that might be interesting, because after that, big bibliotech actually ordered the event from us. Try to find some government ways of like make an offer for them that you might do that, and it will cost them this price, and it will, for example, for opera theater, we made it, we got all the cash from the players, but we haven't earned profit from that, because all the cash was that was our mistake. There's oh, maybe I will do the next webinar about that. I will tell you about that exact our case. But for the opera theater, the main idea was that escape room is a really popular trend right now, and we are adding young auditorium, young target audience to opera, because with the ticket to escape game, they were providing with the ticket to opera or ballet, which is coming. And every game actually was based on the story of this opera. So yeah, maybe try these, but these are big projects, and you will have to spend a lot of powers on getting them. So you will need to have a good offer for this kind of, if you have something in your city like that. That's the first ideas I got from my head, like right now. A free escape game pop up. 10 to 15 minutes is a good way to market it. I think yes. I think that's like not, but don't think that it is free games that you are coming to mall and providing a free game for 10 minutes. No, of course you should think that it is still it's business. You're thinking about in the future how to earn money. So use some festivals, use some, because we did on like we have a cities day, or we had a at summer we are having a lot of festivals on the beach. So there are a lot of like thousands of people. We're putting as a point, like also last point of the escape game, first and last point of the escape game is our location, our small booth right there, and we are providing some codes to the players. They are starting, and a lot of all these thousands of people are getting info about our company. Provide them on such big events, I don't know, music events, like don't do them like I will come to the mall and we'll do some such a game for 10 minutes for kids. You can do that, but it will be volunteer free work if you want. If you want to make some kind of a commercial and for a future effect for your business, you need to find this kind of ways. What should a coming soon escape room to promote the business before it even opens? Hello, Ken. You're watching. I'm not sure if you're still watching. As I said, don't remember. We had such questions and had a webinar, not exactly this theme, but in marketing, I think. Yes, I think I have the answers for that question in the webinar about marketing, especially marketing without budget. So, what we talked today, make a website and put the form there to. Oh, yeah, I got the idea for you. To make, and it's very simple again. Yeah, form to collect the emails. For there will be a full description of your future room and collect these emails. But how to do that? You have a Facebook group, which in the future will be the Facebook group of your company. Start posting there what you are doing. We had a big success in that. So we were posting uh, like that we are writing scenario, like posting the photos of us writing scenario. That we bought some wallpapers. I don't know how that we were not having money to um, have these guys to help us with the transportation. So I used my car, and we had a lot of photos of like me riding in the car with no doors closed because I had a lot of this building stuff in the car and all that. All the photos, all the stories, all this, everything which is happening at your company right now. Yeah, behind the scenes. Yeah, of course. Yeah, this is how it calls. Show them that you are going to do that. That maybe some secrets of the story. That there will be such an legend of the escape room. What will be there? Why is it interesting? So make some kind of a blog of your future company. It's really interesting because every time it's really interesting to look how it starts, how it goes. Of course, it's interesting to know that this company right now have a success. But if but at the beginning, how you're going there to that success, it's the most interesting part. And for people, and don't be shy of your mistakes, of your uh, how to call it in. Not a bad way about what you did wrong. Yeah, so because also people love to read about someone's I should say that fuck ups and all that. So because he lost a lot of money on that. But he's still doing that, and he's doing that really well. He might be a cool guy, and he will do a really good business. I will come to his place, to his escape room, to see what he's done at the end. Yes, that's the best idea. This is cost you nothing, and if you'll do that, you will have feedback from the um, auditorium. Okay, how do you control and help your clients in a mobile escape room? We have different ways actually, and the better way of doing that is to have an app. So we have not app. App is bad one because you need to add it in the app store, and app store is great, but if players need to install it on their phones, that might be a problem because I don't like to install some apps on my phones. I want to work it like right now. I don't want to download anything. So the browser apps or browser website is better. So right now we have a platform which we are using for mobile escape rooms. Before that, we used with the QR codes, with simple chat might be, or game masters on the locations. But it is expensive because on each location you need a game master. Actually, anyway, we are adding game masters. I know the difference between countries, and for us, actually, it's not a problem to add game master even on each location to each team and all that. So we are using it mostly because it adds really more effect. Because when you using game master, you can add some action, more action there. So it will not be as we get a code, we put it in the app. We get a puzzle, we put a new code in the app. With the game master, with the animator, with an actor, they are interacting. They might should do something. Yes. So a lot of ways to communicate with teams actually, but yeah. Hope I answered your question about my mobile escape rooms. How do you feel about unique countdown clocks so that it fits the theme of the room instead of like giant digital clock in a jungle themed room? Just want to keep people submersed in the game. We, my personal opinion, we don't like countdown clocks. We don't use them. If our partners want to do that, we could add that. We could do any timers. Of course, it's better to decorate it but really, we don't like to put the timers in a game because what's the point? Players are in the jungle game. Players are in the Egyptian theme. I don't know any of the game, and there is a clock ticking and showing them how much time is left. That's really not in the atmosphere because that's why we don't like. Also, the communication between game master and the players. We are trying to do different in different escape rooms. For example, Stack Party game, players are using Skype because and the Skype is what's the not bride and the groom, sorry, forgot the word. Yeah, so the groom is answering them that he lost the ring, they need to find it, but he is now in a bad situation, he cannot answer them on the call or something like that, so only type they need to type their questions. So in that case, it's in the story, they're talking to the groom through the Skype. It's okay. If it is some kind of a not mystic, if it's a bank robbery theme, for example, you can use walkie-talkie because on the other end of this walkie-talkie might be your IT specialist, your helper who is making something for you. In the Alice's Dream fairy tale, we are using the screen which is decorated for as a picture, and we use video animation there, and the game master has buttons, and after pressing the button, the Cheshire's cat appears, and through the microphone, game master giving them clues. So we are trying to use different interactions like that, so they're in the atmosphere of the game. That's why we really don't like the timers in the game. For bank robbery, it's okay. You can put the timer because, yeah, that's a device which we know that the alarm will work after this time. We touched the laser labyrinth, time twice less, or something like that. It's okay. In the jungle theme game, maybe also there might be some idea how to put the timer there. So yeah, we could write that with our scenario writers. But anyway, countdown take the players out of the atmosphere of the game. So in our case, we are trying to to leave them in the game full. So it depends on the mentality, it depends on what you want, because if you're, I could understand that you might be interested to make your for a company. One of the ideas today was about the competition between players, between teams. So In that case, you may do all your escape rooms with timing, with lists of top timing teams and all that. So it will be another conception of your company, and it is okay. Just you need to pass it to the players clearly. Okay, so that was the last question. If we have hacker, what's the hacker is about? So yeah, we're out of the questions actually. So if you don't have anything to add, actually I don't. So yeah, I think next webinar will be at the end of June, and maybe I will tell you about our this outdoor game case. I will be honest with you. I will tell you what we did like good, what kind of mistakes do we had, did we in this project. So yeah, so you could see also that I'm not talking about that our company is ideal and we had a success. No, we had a lot of escape rooms. We had a lot of projects, and some of them not raised at 100%. Of course, that's a business. That's how it works. So you're trying a lot of new ideas, a lot of everything, and something works. And in this way, you're going putting more power to that. So this is the only way to success. Thank you again. So hope to see you on the next webinar. Again, if you have any more questions and want to talk to me personally, I don't know. Here is my where is it? Yeah. At the end of the second point is my email. You can write me there. Share some feedback. Also, you can if you can record some video feedback. That will be really great because I enjoy it and I need that for my future webinars. So hope you liked it, and yeah, have a good day. Hope to see you on the next webinar. Subscribe on our somewhere below on our YouTube channel, so not to miss our next webinars. And yeah, hope to see you soon. Oh, whoa, there is one more question. Okay, just what's the opinion about mini reality in outside game? That might work. That works. That works really well and great because iPod you could bring it anywhere. You could add it. Yes, and they will get. It's easy to realize. You can do it. So we can do it. You can order such a puzzle from us. We can. Yeah, I really like it. The augmented reality game outside is cool. All I've seen in USA are clocks. I agree that they take from overall feel of the game sometimes. Yes, I've already ended the webinar and we are back to questions. That's what I'm talking about. First, we did only in this way of atmosphere, not clocks and all that. But when we started to work with USA partners, we just realized that the market, the mentality is a little bit different. Players love to solve puzzles. Players are really competitive. They need to maybe sometimes they need to count the clocks and all that. So it depends on you. We can do both days. We can find something in the middle. We can find some tricks in the scenario, how to use that, how to do it and all. Oh, no. You are right in one point here. It is, yeah. Again, back to my previous webinars about the scenario. Then you are right in the scenario. When you are choosing the scenario from other company, there should be one goal why the players are there and why they are trying to get out. If they're in the room just for solving puzzles, that's not cool. there should be a goal, there should be a main idea of the game that they are there for. In that case, it is a cool game. For example, Ken, if you're okay with that, I will tell you example that we did discussed like a few days ago. We are. I hope we will do in the future the scenario for the train game, and the first idea was to use that the players are in the train station and they need to the train somewhere else, and he is it is going to crash, and the players need to do something on the train station to stop it. It's okay. The idea is great, but because in my imagination, steampunk theme on the train might be really great. But players are not in danger. They're just stopping some train. There might be something really. You can put a nuclear bomb in this train, and then it's it might work. But if we put the players in this train, they are in exact danger. They are. You can understand that they have. That's how the game design works, actually. So there are a lot of small tricks how to put the players in the situation, how to put them into this game atmosphere, how to put them that their final goal will be much more interested than just to stop the train, which is going to crash, and all that. So yeah, there are a lot of tricks in that, and we are. Sharing our experience with our partners, and we are trying to listen what you want. So it depends on what we will discuss and what you will get at the what you want to get at the end. And in this case, I could tell you that our scenario writers, they are not so how to say polite. They are just saying what they think. If they think that the idea is bad, or if it not works this way, they will tell that, and they will write then feedback about the scenario, what they think, and how to make it better. So yeah, because the scenario is the first part of the project of the future business, and if you miss some parts here, it might be it will be more it will be hard to get rid of these mistakes in the future. It's better to get rid of them at the beginning, because you will need just to rewrite something. At the end, might get some problems on that. Oh, starting from the question about the timers, I just came to philosophy about the scenarios and the full project by itself. Sorry if I took some of your time. Yeah, we're already almost 2 hours today. So again, thank you all for participating. Still 7 viewers. Even I've started in this philosophy, and you're still watching. Thank you all. Hope to get your thumbs up and subscribes on our YouTube channel. I will be here. Yeah, let's keep in touch. Hope to see you on next webinars. So thank you all. Bye bye.